what should sellers know after the NAR settlement? This is what we're going to be covering today. Welcome to Building Connections, Doral Talks. This is Betty Gonzalez. I'm your host, and that's what we're going to be covering today. I want to make sure that if you're a person that's in the process of putting your house on the market, that you know exactly what to expect and how these new NAR changes affect you and how you can navigate through this process. So let's get started. So I want to first start by telling you when the NAR settlement started. That new settlement came into effect August 17th of this year. And what this in simple terms means is that now the sellers are no longer able to offer a buyer's compensation commissions in the MLS, in the multiple listing services. So what does that mean? Prior to this settlement, it was customary for the listing agent to, once they do the agreement with the seller to list the property, that they will come to the whatever agreement of the compensation, whether it's a flat fee or it was a percentage or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever the percentage was, the listing agent was will share the compensation with the buyer's broker, whoever brought the buyer in. Well, that no longer is in effect. That is no longer allowed by law. Now, does that mean that you're not able to offer any buyer's compensation? No. What it means is that we no longer can contribute to the buyer's agent commission upfront in the MLS. Okay, so let me see. What are buyer's concessions? So let's talk about what buyer's concessions are. Buyer concessions simply means the seller will contribute towards some of the buyer's closing costs or all or different expenses that is incurred at the time of buying a property. And this could include paying your buyer's agent's commission. How does that work? Well, what if the seller wants to pay the concessions? Let's cover that. What if you do want to pay the concessions? Okay, what it does is you will negotiate it at the time of the offer. You're going to negotiate this when an offer comes through the table and they're asking for it, or if you want to offer it for the buyer's agent. That's when you will do it. And let me pull this form, because I want to make sure that you see exactly what you can use to actually do this, okay? So let me pull it up and then I'm going to show it to you. So here you go. This is a direct compensation from seller, and it says, and you will list your property here, and the compensation agreement, the undersigned, the seller, agrees to compensate the undersigned real estate brokerage company, meaning the buyer's broker, whoever has brought the buyer. And here the compensation will be either a percentage of the purchase price of the property or an exact amount, right? And what it says that the compensation is now set by law and it is fully negotiable. So at that time, you can negotiate what you can and cannot pay if you agree to pay concessions. And then obviously the buyer will decide if they can or continue with this offer or not. And then the length of the agreement, it will be there for until it closes, from the time that you sign it until it closes. And it also says that you, as a seller, you are not agreeing to that you are not in an agency relationship between you and the buyer's broker. So, and then you sign it and the buyer's broker will sign it here. So that's the actual document that you will be using. So let me stop sharing. What happens if the seller chooses not to pay the buyer's agent's commission? Okay, it is your right. You don't have to, and it is totally up to you. However, there could be your listing could last a lot longer on the market. Let's put it that way. There is an advantage to you to offer buyer's compensation because, for example, let's say that you have other competing properties in the same neighborhood as yours with the same kind of same bathrooms and bedrooms, and is equivalent to what the buyers are looking for, but the other sellers are actually offering buyers concessions, your property could be staying on the market a little longer. So what happens when a property stays on the market a little longer? Well, you usually sell for less, because by this time, a lot of buyers believe that there's something wrong with the property. I didn't come up with this. This is just what happens. The longer a property sits on the market, the less attractive to the buyers that property becomes. Therefore, it usually sells for less. So not only it can sell for less, it will stay longer. So it's going to come out of your pocket for the whatever expenses you're having, especially if you've already moved out of this property. So it is up to you. So what we say is, before you say no, or even if you don't want to offer concessions, when offers come in, the buyer might include the buyer's agent's commissions compensation in the offer. So then what I would advise you is that you go to seek legal advice from a professional other than myself as a real estate agent, and then you see how this offer will pan out for you in the sale of your property. Is a convenience to you. The bottom is the overall bottom line. You're still happy with it, because at the end of the day, you want to know and you want to keep the most money in your pocket. So we will do a lot of net sheets, meaning if you accept all of the offers, you have 2, 3, 4, 5 offers coming in, then you want to do some offers come at full asking, some come below asking, and some might be coming above asking. But some are asking compensation, some are asking for compensation, or some are asking for less or more. Well, that's why you want to put all of the offers, accept all of the offers, and then do all of your net sheet, meaning what is the bottom line that you're going to take home. Once you do this with your agent, then you decide what's the best offer for you. So it is advisable that maybe if you don't want to pay, it is up to you. You don't have to. That's what the new law says. You're not obligated. You don't have to cooperate at all. But if you want to be competitive in the market, then you might want to say, I accept all offers, and you revise the offers, and then you reject the offers that you don't think are good for you. Do you understand? So what you want to have is choices. You don't want to box yourself in saying, no, I'm not paying anything. What you want to say is send all of the offers and let's see which one is best for me and my situation and my family. That's what I would advise you to do. And then at the time of the offer, that's when you negotiate whether you pay or you don't pay, or how much you can pay if you're willing to pay. So that's what I want you to know. The main changes that occurred after the NAR settlement, you as a seller, you're not obligated to pay for the buyer's agent's compensation, but you have the choice to. But even if you choose to do it, we're not able to advertise it on the National Association MLS in the multiple listing services. And you will have to put it in writing for your agent that they are allowed to offer this. Let's say that some MLSs would allow you to put it in there that you are offering seller's concession. Well, but this will be limited to a yes or no, not to a percentage of the amounts that you're offering, or not to a flat fee. That would be negotiated at the time of the offers. So nothing really changes in the transactions of the real estate other than the way that we do business. You will still be able to list your house with a listing agent. As buyers will still be able to use buyer's agent. The way that we're doing the same business is just what's changing. Who compensates who and how it gets negotiated. That's what's the difference now. And that is for more transparency, that you know, and you go with this transaction wide open. And you need to make sure that you select the agent that you want to represent you best, because no necessarily means that less doesn't always mean more. Okay. So it all depends on the condition of your property, the location, how the market is fluctuating, if the market is trending up or if it's trending down, if it is an even market, if it is a seller's or if it is a buyer's market. All of this plays a part into the sale of your property, including seller's concessions or buyers asking for seller's concession. So I really, really, really want you to know that this is how it's affecting you. If you still have any questions, please leave it in the comment, or I can expand this in the next podcast. Remember, I am Betty Gonzalez. I am here, your podcast. I come in every Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. And without any further ado, I'll see you next week, guys. Take care. Have a good day and have a good weekend. See you next week. Bye. Real quick, calling all Doral professionals, entrepreneurs, and community influencers. Are you ready to showcase your business, share your knowledge and experience with our engaged audience? Building Connections Doral Talks invites you to become a guest speaker on our podcast. Share your unique perspectives and inspiring stories with our listeners. We believe in the power of your voice in shaping the conversations right here in Doral. Click the link below to submit your information and be part of our next episode. Join us in building connections, sharing knowledge, and growing together. Don't miss this opportunity to be a featured guest on Building Connections Doral Talks. Tune in, connect, share, and grow together with Building Connections Doral Talks, reshaping the way we engage with the diverse voices of Doral, one guest at a time. Doral Talks, your voice, our community. Click the link now on the show notes, the screen, or in the comments below, or just scan the QR code to submit your information as a guest. I hope to see you soon. See you in the next podcast. Bye.